I've written a couple of dozen jazz poems, and purely by chance, 6 of them have been published in the last week. I'm not going to read all 6, but the first one, I've got to give you a trigger warning because the title is not mine. It's a song title from the 30s or 40s, and it contains the F word, which we're not allowed to use these days. And the title is Rebecca, Rebecca, get your fat legs off of me. I'm thinking of what Rod's just written. Do bass players have better sex lives? All that fingering and synchronized bowing must have an effect. After all, the hand's an extension of the arm. Movement comes from the base of the spine, or so I've been told. The whole body is involved. Rhythm, but not necessarily blues. The bass player doesn't care for skinny women, likes a bit of flesh. Is this a reflection of the size of his instrument? Do the calluses inhibit feeling? 1 week off and blisters form. He lives well, or so he says, apart from his debauchery. And the invitation. Winkle pickers, drainpipe trousers, tight pea coat with squealy buttons. The saxophonist leans across to me. Come to my gig on Tuesday night. I live just round the corner, not 5 minutes away. So blatant the whole room notices. Consider the size of the instrument, says Mr. Dapperman into the silence. Definitely something to think about. Is there anybody here who can play the tuba? Mr. Daphne was a friend of ours. That doesn't happen to be his name, but I've changed it, and he's got about half a dozen poems of his own. Midweek blues. It starts with the beat, and then it doesn't. A frayed tangle of notes, chop and scumble of syncopation, as if the pianist has a broken wrist. The bass player lays out the rhythm, insistent as a bumblebee. A scribble from the saxophone, bright ribbon of light like a sparkler on November the 5th. The pianist catches the tune, embroiders a variation. The bass holds steady. Sax and piano dance a duet, throw notes, one to another. They work together so frequently, they're like a long-term marriage, able to finish each other's phrases. It's a 3-way partnership. The bass player leans forward, ties the whole together with a long, low drawing movement of his bow. And the last one, which is very short. Definitely not haiku, said the bass player. Gave up alcohol and women. Hardest 20 minutes of his life. Longest 20 minutes of mine.